Project Epoch and Ascension merging. And no, this is not an April Fool's joke. Huge news just posted earlier today on both Project Epoch's and also Ascension's Discord. Here it is. I'm not making this up. I will not go through the entire announcement because it's super long, so if you want to read more about it, go on their Discord server or pause the video here. Basically, what you need to know is that it's still gonna be the same Project Epoch with the same features, but with Ascension's infrastructure to withhold more players. But if you're tired of waiting for World of Warcraft private servers that aren't launched yet, go check out the video sponsor gtop100.com and see which private servers are already playable to this day. Thanks gtop100 for the support. So Project Epoch, they take responsibility for the unsuccessful launch. So don't hate on me for calling it that because it is a fact. It was really bad. And it's now been like 15 days since the initial launch. The server's been offline for the past 2 weeks for the most part. Here's the important information. So where does that leave us? Project Epoch will return soon. How soon? My assumption is like couple of weeks soon, not couple of days. And I will explain to you why I think that based on this announcement a little bit later. We have entered into an agreement with Ascension WoW to move to infrastructure built and maintained by Ascension's server team. Project Epoch will retain full creative control of the game and the shop. So Project Epoch's team will be able to focus on how the game is, how you play it, everything, the class design, the content, the new zones, the custom features and systems will remain based on Project Epoch's vision. And also the shop. Many people don't believe this. We've already had these conversations and so on our community Discord. So if you want to chime in, the link is in the video description. And I'm old enough not to believe anything that random people say anymore. But that's what they claim. It's not going to be pay to win. And they will be in full control of the donate shop. So let's hope that's the case. But only time will tell. Another new thing also going to be that Project Epoch will be accessed through the Ascension launcher. So it's all going to be in one place. All existing Project Epoch accounts will be moved to Ascension. If you already have an Ascension account, Ascension will handle the necessary work to merge your accounts. And what's next? We have already set up the new servers and begun the process of moving the Epoch core onto them, along with Ascension's performance fixes. Once that is completed, we will host a public stress test. Based on the results, we will either schedule another stress test or we will schedule a date for launch, with the benefit of not having to work around our Epoch staff schedules because Ascension will be handling the service. With infrastructure off our hands, the content team will work on resolving bugs reported during the launch window and some new surprises. So this is exactly why I think it's going to take a couple of weeks, because they want to perform a couple of stress tests. The process of moving the Epoch core is definitely going to take a couple days at least. So it's going to be a process, and at this point I don't think this is coming out before Turtle WoW's Fresh Realm, and maybe around the time that Bronzebeard will be coming out, which they're still kind of competitive, Bronzebeard versus Epoch, so I don't know if they'll want to launch it at the same time. And here's the announcement from Ascension's side by Dutch, which is much shorter. And basically says the same thing, that they want to help them scale and reach as many players as possible. As we know, even the latest tests on Project Epoch were like 5,000 players, and there's literally over 60,000 members on their Discord server, so there's a good chance if there's a public announcement of when the launch is happening, there's going to be like 20,000 players at the same time. They still wouldn't be able to handle that and would have ridiculous queues and crashes. So good move. I like that. I was expecting Bronzebeard to just steal Epoch's players once it launches, but this way I guess they will collab and it won't hurt as much either one of them. And here they confirm Project Epoch will have full control over everything in their shop, and it will not at all be like other Ascension realms. No changes to the timeline of Ascension's current projects. Okay. Our infrastructure team is currently getting Project Epoch's realms ready to scale and hold tens of thousands of players, while our other team keeps working on their respective projects. Yeah, so it's not like this would be taken away from the development on Ascension's realms. There's still enough people working on them. During the release, there will be as many realms as needed to hold all the players that want to play. Merges will be handled efficiently as needed to ensure realms stay populated, so that means there's probably not only going to be Kazan and Gurubashi, the two realms, there's probably going to be more. Our next immediate milestone for Project Epoch is having the realms running for a stress test with our performance architecture. Once released, Ascension will provide support, performance updates, crash fixes, and more to keep Project Epoch running smooth. And there's also a section for Epoch frequently asked questions, so if you have a question, you can ask or go through those that have already been answered. And a good question here. Any ETA for a potential release doesn't have to be too specific, a range would suffice. Right now the core and platform teams are working on getting things ready to hold tens of thousands of players. The very next thing to expect is a large stress test. Then from there we'll either schedule another stress test or schedule launch. We will give another update on Discord tomorrow with our progress with an expected timeline for that stress test. We're crunching though. Okay, so we'll know well in advance once there's the first stress test, then possibly the second stress test, and only then the launch would be coming closer, or the relaunch rather. I really think this was the smart move. They wouldn't be able to handle all the players that wanted to play, not even close. Like, it's 10:30 a.m. right now that I'm recording the video, and the online right now is over 13,000 on Project Epoch's Discord already. Smart move. They needed help. They got the help from one of the best. There's not really many other projects that could have handled that amount of players. So I'm very hopeful now. Unfortunately, that means it's not coming anytime soon. It didn't come out this weekend. And so there's a bunch of projects and new realms to be looking forward to. Not just Project Epoch, but Bronzebeard and Conquest of Azeroth by Ascension that are coming closer and closer. Also, Tauri Legion has some news, which I'm probably not even gonna cover because I've had enough of that project. But possibly Tauri Legion, you never know. And yo, to those people hating on Bronzebeard because it has the HD models, there's apparently an option to change them to the old models if you want to. I didn't have that option pop up, probably because I had the launcher installed a long time ago and I ticked the option to have the HD models automatically. But haters gonna hate either way. Whenever that is, you will see me on both Bronzebeard and Epoch's newly relaunched realm. Thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe. And you already know. See you on whatever Classic Plus realm that is. Or Retail Minus, as some people like to call it.